Another interesting day in the markets today. Opened up massively up, ended the day flat. Very volatile early in the morning. It was kind of just a shoot down. And then we kind of just hit the bottom of the day and leveled off. Interesting day though. Interesting patterns I was seeing. Same thing as yesterday. Russell 2000 doing well. Big tech not doing so well. And that's contrary to what we've seen in this rally, which leads me to the conclusion that a lot's been baked into the cake pretty accurately, and we should go back to being flat, which is how we ended the day. Russell 2000, the small caps, that whole index was up. It was up over 1%. The rest of the index is basically flat. Big tech, kind of down. But big tech has been leading us the entire rebound, leading the indexes. They were also leading the markets going into the coronavirus crisis. Had some solid drops, but nothing like energy. So to see tech not getting these yesterday's gains and being a little extra down today and keeping the market flat, and then seeing the real hurt guys, the small caps, the Russell 2000, picking up, it tells me that big tech, the big players, the overall market has baked a lot into the cake. We're at fair value. Things are fair. Prices are no longer good. They are fair, and therefore we should go flat. Except for the stocks that are smaller, a little bit more risky, they're now starting to catch up. The Russell 2000 starting to catch up to the big tech sentiment, to the, okay, we're getting closer to the light of at the end of the tunnel sentiment. So we're seeing the Russell 2000 pick up a little bit. We're seeing big tech pull down a little bit. And overall, we're finishing flat except the Russell 2000. So I think a lot is baked into the cake. We should kind of just stay here and chill. And if you don't have positions, you can buy at these levels. I'm not too excited about buying right now. I'm kind of just, I think a couple things are going to pop in the next couple days. I think Twitter's going to pop when they report earnings. Google just reported earnings. They're up 3%, but they were down like 3%, 2%, whatever. So they're basically even on the day. It's a whole lot of even right now. I mean, we've had the gains, We were buying on March 19th. Go check out my March 19th video to see what the sentiment was then. That was the day to buy. Now we're flat. Now we're just going to see what happens with the economy, see how things move. I'm suggesting that you start considering what is the post-coronavirus world going to look like. And if you ask me, I think work from home is going to be a bigger trend than we've ever seen. I like companies like Upwork. A lot of people like Zoom. I think it's too expensive and too easy of a product to replicate, but that's the kind of things you got to start looking at. I think more people are going to want to buy residential homes. So if you want to get into the real estate game, buy some land, good old-fashioned land, buy some high-quality homes that people are going to want to live in, and stay out of office spaces. I think a lot of companies realized how much money they saved through coronavirus in terms of office space, or could have saved potentially, and are going to want some more employees to stay home, work from home. And I'm sure employees are going to like that as well. So a lot's going to change in this post-coronavirus era. And if you're following my investment strategy, we want to look into the future, find good value, and buy that value. I almost operate like a venture capitalist. I want to find the future companies. I'm more of a late-stage venture capitalist. Future companies, what's going to change the world, rather than what's got super good cash flow. That's all things I consider as well. But I want to be looking at Upwork. What's the post-coronavirus era going to look like? I think it's going to have some genetic engineering in that. We don't want to get viruses again. It's going to be very hard to get a vaccine for coronavirus. That's kind of been the thing. But the more and more I learn about how vaccines work, it seems like we're not going to get a vaccine for coronavirus. There's a lot of other viruses like coronavirus that we don't have vaccines for. Now, that said, coronavirus, big, lots of money behind it. We'll probably be making more progress, but there are other coronaviruses in the world, none of which we have vaccines for. So we might need CRISPR, actually, to make sure that we never get a virus again. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? That's something I'm looking at. Upwork. I think a lot of people are going to realize how easy it is to have employees working from home, and Upwork enables them to hire basically anyone in any sort of niche and allows the employees to get multiple jobs and work from home on their own time. It's a win-win for everyone if you ask me. I think that area is going to grow. There's Upwork and there's Fiverr. Upwork is the higher quality accounting, legal advice, software development kind of jobs. Fiverr is more, quick graphic design from Bangladesh kind of jobs. So you can buy a little bit of both. I like Upwork. I like Uber. I think Uber, especially in the post-coronavirus era when people aren't going to be wanting to take public transportation, when people aren't going to want to own cars because they're super expensive and go out of date pretty quick. Uber is going to be a very good stock to own. Lots of good cash flow. I do care about cash flow. They're not really profitable right now, but they're supposed to get profitable by the end of the year before coronavirus. Then they said they have enough cash on hand to make it through all of coronavirus, even with no cash flow. So we'll see what happens with that. But start thinking about the post-coronavirus era. And until tomorrow, peace.